everybody, Zach again at newtutorial.com, coming in, making a video for you today on tree stumps. And so I've been watching Facebook lately, and for a while, and there's this stuff going around on social media, Twitter and Facebook, about tree stumps and how the mountains really are tree stumps and how the earth really has no trees anymore. And this is the latest, off-the-wall thing that people are chasing down and promoting and believing in, and with no absolute knowledge at all on what is reality. So let me just go ahead and give you a dose of reality. Come on, guys. Come on. So they're basing it off this verse right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the verse. In the book of Daniel, chapter 4, 10 through 12, I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great, and the tree grew, and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. See, right there, Zach, it says that everyone till the end of the earth could see it. And that proves that the earth is flat, number one, and it also proves that these trees used to be huge. And and they point to all these mountaintops that have like flat top mountains as tree stumps. And look at this picture right here. So this is the picture. I see tree stumps. And, Devil's Tower being one of the most famous ones amongst others, where these plateaus are, where they say these are giant tree stumps, and like the tree that was mentioned in the book of Daniel. Folks, the book of Daniel, chapter 4, is talking about a dream that Nebuchadnezzar had that Daniel interprets. Okay, it's not talking about an actual tree that was seen by all the earth. It's a dream. Dude, how many weird dreams have you had? Are those dreams reality? I used to have a dream as a kid that Godzilla was chasing me through my neighborhood as a kid. The old Japanese film Godzilla, where the Japanese talk and their lips move and there's no sound coming out of them, and the voiceover audios are all messed up. Yeah, that kind of Godzilla. Was chasing me and my friends through my neighborhood as a child. But there really wasn't a Godzilla. Not for real. So it's a dream, guys. And so, but they look at these things, and Devil's Tower, let's take Devil's Tower for example. In Devil's Tower, it's very evident that there is hydrologic sorting and sedimentary layering. And folks, I've done this time. I've talked about this time and time again on my channel, where you take a quart jar or a half-gallon jar, and you fill it halfway with dirt, halfway with water, and you shake it up, and the dirt settles into layers automatically, instantly. And that's evidence of a flood, a worldwide flood, because everywhere you look in the world, there is evidence of sedimentary layering and hydrologic sorting, or whatever you want to call it. It's either or. But there's evidence of it. Same with Devil's Tower. The top of Devil's Tower is different than the bottom of Devil's Tower. And the bottom of Devil's Tower is different than the base of Devil's Tower, where there is much evidence of hydrologic sorting and sedimentary layering. It's not a tree stump. But Zach, look at the sides of it. It looks like bark. It's petrified and mineralized bark. No, folks, you need to get out of the city. Come out of the concrete jungles for a minute. Come out to where I live and sit there and look at a tree. I can show you all kinds of trees. I can show you cherry trees. I can show you walnuts. I can show you oaks, white oaks, red oaks, all kinds of different trees here. Hickories, maples. I can show you trees. And that's not a tree. I'm sorry. If you look it up, it's got a different mineral content called phonolite, and the phonolite is made up of different mineral compositions. And if you go around Arkansas or in the Ozarks and you start digging to the ground and you dig long enough, chances are you're going to find quartz. And quartz has a specific geometric shape to it because of its mineral content, because of the quartz that's in it. It's shaped that way. If you look at salt, it has a definite mineral content that gives it a geometric shape. So many minerals are shaped like this, have their own geometric shape because of its content, because of what makes it up as a mineral. And if you look at the side of Devil's Tower, the mineral content of Devil's Tower gives it its geometric shape on the outside. And it's very evident because when these slabs of Devil's Tower fall off, which they're constantly doing, what's underneath it? More mineral content with geometric shapes to it. You'll never get to the inner part of the tree of Devil's Tower. Because it's made up of a certain mineral content that's going to always keep that shape on the outside of it. Until you get to the next, layer of the sorting, the hydrologic sorting above or below it. Guys, you got to understand a little bit of science here. And you can't call it monkey man science because it just is. It's science. It's, you can take, observe, test, and demonstrate that certain minerals have geometric shapes to them. Some of you guys need to get out of the city. You need to get out of your apartments, because the only time you see a tree is either on TV or when you drive by it and you pull into your air-conditioned garage and you get out of your car, or you get out into the parking lot where your apartment is and you go in and you pass by the trees. You've never sat there and looked at a tree. You've never cut down a tree. Go look at a tree, for crying out loud. They're not trees. It's funny, because the enemy, I tell you what, Facebook is a giant psyop operation put on by somebody, or people who do psyop operations are taking full advantage of the playground that is Facebook and doing all these things and seeing just where you all are coming down at. It's like, let's see if we can mess people up today on convincing people. They have probably entire focus groups to sit around. What can we convince people to think of today? Aha! Devil's Tower. I bet, they're at the bar, after work hours, and they're putting down bets. I bet that I can convince people that Devil's Tower is a tree stump. And some guy's like, I'll take that bet. Let's see how long it takes before they start putting these memes and all this stuff out there on Facebook and come up with fake websites. And they're just having a field day with some of you guys and some of these things. Eric Dubé, I bet dude is a giant psyop operative, on flat Earth. And he's got so many of y'all convinced, and I bet I can convince people to interpret Bible verses this way or that. You're being played. You're being totally played. And you know what? If you think, hey, listen, if you think tree stumps are mountains are tree stumps, we can be friends. Just like flat earthers. I'm friends with a lot of flat earthers. That's great. But I think you're being played. I just think they're having a field day with you guys. And, it is what it is. Whatever. But if you look at hydrologic sorting, sedimentary layering, no, that right there, Devil's Tower is a rock. It was never a tree stump. And this verse in Daniel is a dream by Nebuchadnezzar. That's all it is. There's no tree that stretched to the heavens that everyone can see. It was a dream, folks. And people are using that along with some of the stuff that people are putting out there on Facebook and social media. I just can't believe. What'll be next? Who knows? I mean, I bet these guys are sitting around. I would love to be, whatever bar they're drinking at, because I would just love to get ahead of the curve. All right, that's it. Go home, read your Bible. Thanks.